Okay, we're going to talk about our king, the GOAT, Representative George Santos, okay, Long Island's finest.
Welcome back to CBS Mornings. Now that a new Congress has been sworn in, the focus on Capitol Hill is shifting back to New York Congressman George Santos. The Republican lawmaker has admitted making up much of his resume before he was elected to his first term in November. Now, a formal complaint filed with the Federal Election Commission accuses him of campaign finance violations. Scott McFarland has more.
Beginning his third full day as a congressman, George Santos is facing a lot of questions, but he's giving no answers.
Mr. Santos, there's some campaign finance concerns and questions about your finances. Can you answer the campaign finance concerns?
Personal space, please.
A little personal space?
Why don't you answer our questions?
Congressman, you seem to be dodging questions about your finances.
Santos has already been accused of lying about key parts of his life story, including his education,
You got a nice little twink staffer, dude.
work history, and
Killing
claiming
it.
his grandparents survived the Holocaust is now the subject of a formal civil complaint to the Federal Election Commission. A nonpartisan D.C. watchdog group, the Campaign Legal Center, filed the complaint, questioning how Santos made a $700,000 contribution to his campaign, considering he previously reported earning about $50,000 a year.
Your complaint is something pretty bold.
13 evictions, motherfucker. That's crazy. Oh, wait. No, 4 evictions, but he claimed he had 13 properties. I mean, dude, how did you let this guy become a fucking congressperson, man? The Democrats really dropped the ball so fucking hard, dude. It is hilarious. I love it. I'm so glad it happened. Congratulations to the Democratic Party, especially in New York. You did it. You did the damn thing. You did the dang thing.
There's a possibility there was a foreign actor that was funding this campaign?
I think it's always a possibility when someone appears to be going to great lengths to mask the true sources of their campaign's funds. That possibility is...
Like, the New York Democratic machine is so busy fucking trying to, like, I don't know, find someone else to replace AOC and to ensure, like, that the Working Families Party doesn't have any fucking power in the state, that, like, they totally just did not look to their right at all. Like, there is no, can you turn on the cum music again? Can you turn on the animal cum music again? Yeah, that shit was kind of a beat, wasn't it? Okay, we're not. Okay. You spend your time digging into other people's lives. You are the worst type of loser. What? I cover the news, my man. I'm doing commentary, like, about politics. What? That's crazy. What a take. So should I, like, not cover that this representative in New York was, like, he was just like, what? That he was just lying about everything? Like, you don't think that that's interesting? Give him some space? Like, what the fuck? I love this song. It's so good. All right, let's continue. Ticklish is the name of the song by Quinsas Morera.
Doubly the case here because, as we know, Mr. Santos is wanted by Brazilian authorities, so he has some connection overseas.
Meanwhile, Santos is one of the...
Yeah, I don't think that it was... I mean, they immediately go for, like, the foreign donor take, which, like, typical for the Democratic Party to, like, immediately assume, like, oh, is this Russia? Is it Russia? But, like, I don't know if it's that. But, you know, there's plenty of Americans that would want to own a congressperson completely. You know what I mean? Like, but ultimately, it is very suspicious that he was able to fund the campaign with, like, $700,000. Self-fund, as he claims, when he did not have that kind of money. It will be really funny when it comes out that it's SBF, though. You know what I mean? It will be funny when it comes out that like SBF or some kind of like crypto backer was the one who fucking dumped it into his campaign. You know what I mean? It would be funny. Anyway.
Needed yes votes in the U.S. House last night to approve new rules to govern the House, now under Republican control.
If he's convicted of campaign finance violations, is there anything? Yes. Oh, yeah. You will go to prison. Yes. Yes. That is actually one thing that could cook him. If you've listened to anything that I've talked about George Santos in particular, yes, there's the funny stuff about basically lying about everything, being married to a woman, lying about like being a Holocaust survivor, a Ukrainian Jew. You know what I mean? Like he hit the fucking high notes, right? All that stuff is hilarious. Check fraud in Brazil, charges on that. That's pretty funny. None of that will get him to be impeached. Like no one is going to do that, right? The GOP doesn't give a shit. But he could technically go to jail for being in violation of campaign finance laws. So that is definitely something he will go to jail for. Absolutely. Of course, it makes it funnier because like getting arrested for campaign finance violations in this country is so strange because like the rules are basically fucking built in a way, they're designed in a way to make it legal to bribe politicians. It just means you didn't want to do a super PAC. You know what I mean? It's crazy. Like you have to literally be like, I am violating campaign finance laws deliberately. Hello, welcome. Like Dinesh D'Souza did. You know what I mean? Like he was so fucking stupid. Sorry, Donkey. Thank you for the 5 get the subs. Like you have to be like extra stupid and extra lazy to go to jail for campaign finance law, campaign finance violations, which Dinesh D'Souza did, for the record. Remember?
220, the nays are 213. The resolution is agreed to.
Another narrow margin victory for new House Speaker Kevin McCarthy on his first order of business as Speaker.
The House will be in order.
The new rules approved last night give more members of the key committee positions to members of the House Freedom Caucus, the conservative members of the Republican conference. Also makes it easier to potentially oust Speaker McCarthy. Regarding that criminal investigation in Brazil of Congressman Santos, it's tied to an alleged incident of check fraud in 2008.
Yeah, it's pretty funny. Anyway, here's some more details on George Santos. Apparently, on his old public cable show, he claimed his family fled Nazis and he believes everyone is Jewish.
White man's responsible. That narrative you just said, the white man's responsible for everything. Little quick snippet here, not trying to claim Jewish heritage or anything, but my family is actually, my mother's father was Ukrainian, and I'm sorry, my mother's grandfather was Ukrainian, had his kids in Ukraine. My grandfather grew up Jewish. My grandfather, during the Soviet issues, escaped to Belgium, and then
That was a good move.
It was a great move. Met my grandmother, married, and crazy enough, the Nazis became a thing.
Of course.
And that's when he said, oh my God, this is all over again. Yep. They converted to Catholicism, had their kids, raised them Catholic. And I'm Catholic, but that's pretty much little history of my family into Judaism, which I believe we're all Jewish at the end, because Jesus Christ is Jewish. And if you believe in Jesus, and we're all brothers in Christ, I mean.
Damn, the Kanye jumped out on this. An updating list of George Santos's lies, deceptions, and fabrications. His religion, obviously, ding, 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 noted that his campaign... his grandparents fled Jewish persecution in Ukraine, settled in Belgium, and again fled persecution during World War II. His biography on his campaign website has since been changed. He described himself as a proud American Jew in documents of pro-Israel groups. He said that he never claimed to be Jewish, only Jew-ish. He said his grandmother told him he was Jewish but converted to Catholicism. The Forward looked into ancestral records and found evidence that Santos' maternal grandparents were born in Brazil before the Nazis rose to power in Europe. His education told the Post that he never graduated from college, retracting previous statements claiming that he received a degree in economics and finance from CUNY's Baruch College. He also claimed he went to NYU too, didn't he? He claimed anyway, when he ran for Congress, he claimed on his campaign website that he graduated from the prestigious Horace Mann School in the Bronx. Ed Adler, a spokesman for the school official, said they checked all the records. He did not attend Horace Mann. His work experience, he said he worked with Goldman Sachs. He worked at Goldman Sachs and Citigroup. He never did. Around the same time, he claimed that he was working his way through the financial sector. A Times investigation showed that he was a customer service agent at a Dish Network call center in Queens. His real estate portfolio, he said he owned 13 rental properties where tenants had not paid rent for a year. You know what's really funny, though? He does not own any real estate. Guess what? He was the tenant that was evicted. He lied about everything. Santos' tweet railing against fictitious tenants came 4 years after he was evicted for at least the third time in Queens. Okay. Brain tumor. During a March 2020 interview, Santos claimed he had a brain tumor. Oh, I didn't know this one. That's awesome. That's the coolest one. He said while his condition resulted in a lower immune system, he was still capable of fighting through a COVID-19 infection. He claimed the pandemic, which officially began the month he was interviewed, had been over-exaggerated. I'm just shocked that the proportion of that has been blown up just because I'm the perfect candidate to be, RIP, and it just didn't happen, Santos said at the time. He did not respond to claims verifying if he had a tumor or not. Oh, he lied and he said he hired people from the Pulse nightclub shooting. Okay? Santos claimed that 4 of his employees had died during the 2016 mass shooting at Pulse, a gay nightclub in Orlando, Florida, in which a single gunman killed 49 people and injured dozens. My company at the time, we lost 4 employees that were at the Pulse nightclub, Santos told Lara. This is a deja vu moment for me, not something that is really good even when going over because it just brings back such tragic memories. This level of bullshit has to be pathological? Yes, dude. It is, and it's fucking awesome. Okay? I'm sorry. You're just not goated, all right? You don't recognize greatness. A lot of people say LeBron lies, okay? LeBron. This guy lies like LeBron plays basketball. He is the LeBron of lying, okay? He's so fucking good. It worked. The real liar is this fucking guy, George Santos. Meanwhile, you're fucking still trying to say LeBron lies. Like, LeBron wishes he could lie this hard. His mother's death. As of at least October, Santos' campaign website stated that his mother, Fatima DeVolder, was in her office in the South Tower of the World Trade Center on the day of the 9/11 attacks. The website says she survived the horrific events of the day, but unfortunately passed a few years later. However, an online obituary shows Santos' mother passed away more than 15 years after 9/11. He did not say she was in 9/11. No, he did. He responded to like a Chapo FYM Brazilian socialist whose name was like 9/11 was good or whatever. I don't know. I come for Mao. Yeah, I come for Mao. He's like one of the mods on Chapo FYM. And like his name, I think, literally was like 9/11 was good. America needs a second one or something. And he was like, I'm so offended by your name. I'm blocking you as someone whose mother died on 9/11. Here it is. There it is. 9/11 claimed my mother's life, so I'm blocking so I don't ever have to read this again. Oh, he said 9/11 was a victimless crime. That's what I come for Mao said. The funny thing is Bolsonaro's policy are the thing causing people to leave in the first place. Dude, I don't know what else he could lie about. Like maybe the top of the hour doesn't bring a 3-minute ad break. Would he lie about that? Except it will come regardless, much like many of the other lies, ultimately. But if you want to shelter yourself from the truth, the 3-minute ad break that's coming right now, all you need to do is subscribe. You can subscribe for $5, or you can subscribe for free with a Twitch Prime by connecting your Amazon Prime account to your Twitch account, where you get 1 free Prime subscription a month. But ultimately, that's coming regardless of whether or not George Santos lies about it.